The energy here, the electricity in the booth has increased.
The crowd has increased.
We are pleased to be joined.
Matt Wilson is watching intently.
By the head coach, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. It's our friend Joey McGuire. Hey, Coach.
Reckham, man.
What's up, man?
Oh, God. It's good to see y'all.
I saw you last night. You were once again throwing a big party there at the Texas Tech Social.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We swung.
Y'all are family. Y'all know that. Y'all are family.
We swung through. You guys looked like you were lighting it up, but that feels like it's just par for the course for this Texas Tech staff. That like this, I don't know. I mentioned the thing about him being the reason you go on a safari is to see a lion in its natural habitat. It feels like this is your natural habitat too.
It is. Yeah. I mean, y'all know. I'll say it till the day I die. I'm a high school coach that gets to coach college football. Mm-hmm. It's my 31st coaching school, and I just can't wait to get around these guys. I mean, I'm a high school geek. Mm-hmm. You guys know that, man. I mean, I've got 3. I don't know how I got 3. I must have multiple subscriptions to Dave Campbell.
I love that.
I really do. So all of a sudden, I had 3 books show up. I gave one to my son. I gave one to my father-in-law, and I took one on vacation and read it from cover to cover. Mm-hmm. Y'all know.
You're a guy who I believe would read it cover.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. Man, I went through. I was messing with Riley Dodge. I said, "Oh, you're the number 1 team in the state." I was messing with Todd Mavis last night. "Oh, they picked you number 1 in your district. You got a little heat on you." You know, everybody's been saying that about me and putting pressure on me, so I wanted to give it back to them.
You got to give it as good as you can get.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is such a great event, and your staff. You got your staff out here, and they do such a good job. I mean, the Sherry Street Sheriff is out here shaking hands, and your whole coaching staff. They've been very visible, and your whole staff. They have a level of comfort here that I think just shows this is their event. This is the event they love.
Man, well, I've got 12 high school coaches on my staff. Trailer might have more. I don't know. They're pretty close. Yeah. But those guys grew up, coming to this place and growing as a coach. And there's so many great friends here, and we get to see so many, incredible coaches. And we're comfortable because we understand that how important Texas high school football is, not only to the state of Texas, but to Texas Tech University. It's extremely important. And we want to make sure they understand how much we respect this game and respect them.
Your Texas Tech Red Raiders have been in the news lately.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling right now in a big way on the recruiting trail. You guys are rolling. Finished the season strong. I am curious. Give us the state of the Red Raiders right now. Where are we right? Because right now it seems like I'm flipping on my computer, and every time I'm reading another win for Texas Tech on the recruiting trail. Is it just that the secret's out that Lubbock's the place to be?
Man, it is crazy. I mean, if you start back, even before the bowl game, I think I hired 2 of the best coordinators in the nation. To be able to get Shill Wood and to be our defense coordinator, and to be able to get Mac Leftwich. I think they're absolutely incredible. And so it was a huge win there. And then we turned around and, we signed the number 1 portal class in the country, depending on who you read. We're 1 or 2. Those guys have come in and bought into everything that we're about. I said earlier in my interview, this is the 3rd consecutive semester that our team GPA has been over a 3.0. We hold every GPA record in the 100-year history of Texas Tech. So you brought those guys in, and you're going, hey, that you're thinking they're hired guns. No, they're great men. They're grown men that went to class and made great grades. So that shows you, the culture there. And then in the world that we're living in right now, to where we're sharing at the highest level revenue-wise, whenever you're ending those conversations, it's the last thing we talk about, not the first thing we talk about, the last thing we talk about in recruiting. Whenever we're sharing at that level, then we're having a lot of success. The things that you could recruit against us in the past, we're eliminating. We have 1 more to eliminate, and we need to do it this fall on the football field. But we have the best facilities in the country. I work in a football resort. It is absolutely incredible. Players that we're recruiting, when they walk in, they're absolutely blown away. And so we've upped the game whenever it comes to what we're doing at Texas Tech.
So the last time I was out in Lubbock, me and Mike Roach were out there. We sat in your temporary office.
Yes.
While I was getting built. And one of the things we talked about people recruiting against you guys was Lubbock, it's out there in the middle of nowhere. And you broke it down, talking about how Lubbock, you can get there's more flights to Lubbock than just about anywhere else in the state of Texas. And is it one of those deals that you just got to get them to the 806? And when you get those guys on campus and you show them the facilities, you show them the kind of, I think Lubbock is a really cool and underrated town. You get them into town, it's a great place to spend hopefully 4 to 5 years of your young adult life. You just got to get them out there, right?
Yeah, I think so many times us as humans protect ourselves with trying to build in excuses. And the one thing that James is on my GM, we said, look, it is not going to be an excuse to not be able to get players out to Lubbock, Texas. In fact, it's easier to get them to Lubbock, Texas because you can't fly to Stillwater, directly into Stillwater. You can't fly into Ole Miss. You can't fly into Norman. You're going to have to drive. So if you're going to have to drive, then either fly and get there faster to Lubbock or drive to Lubbock. It's still, whenever you think about it, what you're selling is the opportunity for the player to get his education paid for, play big-time football. And so we eliminated those excuses. The other thing, you're playing in a true college town. Anywhere you go in Lubbock, Texas, you're going to see the double T. Any restaurant you walk into, and in fact, if you have another logo on, somebody's going to call you out about it. And then you're playing in front of a true fan base. The last 3 years we've sold passionate. The last 3 years we've sold out every game. We sold out all our season tickets again this year. I know OSU's already sold out. I think that we're really close to calling a couple other total sellouts. And so whenever those guys get out there, like you said, get them out there. But my experience as a high school coach, whenever I traveled to all these places, because I would load up a van and take guys to different universities whenever parents couldn't. And I would make those trips. I think it was an easy selling point to some of these parents because I've been on those roads and say, well, if you're going to drive here, you can drive here.
Sure.
If you're going to fly and then rent a car to drive to another place, guess what? You can fly. Southwest goes up every 30 minutes to Lubbock, Texas out of Dallas-Fort Worth,
So we've talked about the talent that you guys have accumulated there at Texas Tech. There's a lot of buzz around Texas Tech right now.
Yeah.
People are talking about it. Is there pressure? Is there pressure on the program? Is there pressure on you to go out there and, plain and simple, win a dang Big 12 championship?
So a really good friend of mine, love him to death, and I know you covered his son because he played at Texas Tech, but Jack Richards, Jackson was the outside linebacker defensive end at South Lake Carroll, absolute freak.
Great player.
Absolute freak. He sent me a text. They're both Red Raiders. He sends me a text and he goes, expectation, pressure, or opportunity is all a perspective. And to me, there is pressure. But there's a pressure in everybody in this building. Every single person in this building that's coaching, there's pressure because you get to keep your job by winning football games, right? And if you don't win football games, you're going to get fired. That is the reality of our business, no matter where you're at. I heard Jeff Traylor say, if I didn't win at Gilmer, if we didn't make a state championship run, everybody in that town was upset, right? It's on a different stage because of the number of alumni and everything like that. And I get that. But there's an opportunity here with what we've done at Texas Tech to do some great things. So I look at it that way. The one thing I do want my players to understand, and it's going to be one of the first conversations that we have on July 29th, is if you feel the pressure, control what you can control. And you can't control the outside noise. You can't control anything that's being said. What you can control is how you walk in that building every day and you practice to our standard. And if you do that, that day, you've won that day. And if there is outside noise, let me have the pressure. Let the coaches have the pressure. That's our job, to take it off of our players and let them go play and enjoy this great game of football.
It's a great game for sure, Coach. I want to go back. I'm a high school. You're a Texas high school football coach. I'm a Texas high school football nerd. I want to go back. I want to talk about a football game that you coached in back in the day, and maybe it was a turning point football game in Cedar Hill's program history. Maybe, in my opinion, the most underrated game.
Amen. I know what you're going to say. 100%.
Tell me about the 2006 game against Garland High School at Texas Stadium. In my opinion, one of the greatest Texas high school football games that nobody talks about. Take me down memory lane. And what are your memories of that football game?
Man, you know what? I'm going to tell you what's so cool about what y'all are doing is you have given the state of Texas such exposure of such great games that at that time people missed unless they were in the stadium. And honestly, I think it's one of the greatest games to ever be played in the state of Texas. Coach Jordan had an absolutely incredible team. There was a controversial possible fumble by the Cedar Hill Longhorns that we were able to recover, and we were able to keep the ball back, get the ball back. But it was a war. We got down 14-0. I'll never forget.
Absolute war.
Oh my gosh, they were so physical up front. Their offensive line, their defensive line, their linebackers, and we got down 14-0. I remember at that point, I'm on the sideline. I'm 34 years old, and I'm sitting there going, man, we've had a great run. Maybe we weren't ready for this moment. And Will Cole comes up to me.
Cole.
He pats me on the butt. I get emotional. He pats me on the butt and he says, "Hey, I got you, Coach." And I think he went 70 like he normally does. Now all of a sudden it's 14-7. Dustin Maddox, he's a defensive coordinator.
Oh, Mad Dog.
Yeah, Mad Dog. He makes a huge hit on they swing the running back. He reads it perfectly, makes a huge hit, changes the momentum, and then it's back and forth. But we end the game. They have first and goal from the 5-yard line.
Francis.
The last play, 4th and goal from the 1, was just sure. It's as good a play as ever in any level of football, high school, college, or pro, because they run toss. Running back gets his shoulder square. There's no way that running back shouldn't have gotten the end zone, except Chris Francis makes contact. His helmet's almost is all the way off. His chin strap's on his nose. He's bending, he's squeezing, and he holds him up enough, and then here comes the cavalry, and we stop them right there and go on to state. That was the state championship.
Yeah,
that was two best teams.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the greatest football games I've ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable.
And I'll tell you, and Riley would disagree because he was a player, and I know Todd would, but if we would have got to play South Lake Carroll, we were the best team in the state. Cedar Hill in 2006. I'll tell you this. I said it last night. I'm not saying we'd beat anybody that's ever played high school football, because just the incredible teams. But on December 23rd at 2:30 in the Alamo Dome, we could have played with anybody that's ever played. That our guys were so geared up and so locked in. It was such an incredible feeling.
All right, last question from me, and then we'll let you go. I know you've got the throngs out here who want to see. We've all known you for a minute. How long have you known Coach McGuire?
Since I was young. Coach McGuire is the first coach. I get emotional thinking about it. He's one of the.
He had hair.
I had hair. He was one of the first coaches. I was a young, slappy reporter who made me feel like I was something.
I think I've known you for 15 years.
Yes, sir.
Right? Is it weird being a celebrity? Because, like, I gotta be honest. Like, you'll pop up on Sports Center, and I'm like, what are they doing talking to Joey?
Yeah.
He texted me during the Meridian highlights on High School Scoreboard Live. Like, what are they doing talking? Is it weird being a celebrity?
Well, first, I don't think people understand. There's nobody in this nation that loves high school football more than me, and I think I prove it every Friday night where I'm texting y'all or trying to FaceTime y'all when y'all are on air.
Or in the middle of shows.
It doesn't matter where we're at.
It's high school football related. You're interested in it.
If we're in Lawrence, Kansas, playing that Friday night, my computer's hooked up, and I've got a group and we're watching the highlights. When we go to the movies, I have my app. In fact, you remember a couple years ago, the app was kind of screwed up, and I'm texting you. I'm wearing.
I do remember that, Coach.
We blame Tepper.
So it's humbling. And my wife and I, who's another high school football geek, we really keep each other in check. Like, she keeps me in check a lot. But it is really cool that we appreciate the moments. I was on Sports Center the other day, and I'm getting this text from all my buddies. And, the first time I was ever on the ticket, in Dallas, to where I grew up listening to that. And it was like, we never miss those moments. We're never going to be those people that don't understand how lucky we are, how much we appreciate everybody. And but it's pretty cool, man. It's as we say in Lubbock, Texas, and in our building, how lucky are we? Yep. And it's a statement. How lucky are we?
Coach, we're lucky to have you, Coach.
Thank you, man.
Coach Joey McGuire, we appreciate you making some time. I know you've got. I think there's an autograph line over here.
Shoot.
Yeah, we'll see.
No.
Yeah.
These are his people.
There's people. I just want to shake hands and hug my buddies, man. Everybody, you're either starting on the 30th for college, or you're starting on the 4th for high school guys that didn't have spring football. You're starting on the 11th. It's here. Yeah. It's here.
Coach, we appreciate you making some time for us.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
There he goes. Joey McGuire, head coach at the Texas Tech Red Raiders.